Welcome to Mat Pilates number 2, abs and core. You'll just need a mat. We're going to start out flat on your back on the mat. Knees are bent. We're going to do walk out, walk in. Hands behind the head, elbows straight out, neck off the mat. Just cradle your head into your hands. You really want to tense up your core, tense up your abs, and you're just going to walk out right, left, and back in. Right, left, left. Really focus on keeping those abs super tight during this. We're warming up for some of the more intense ab exercises in this segment. A couple more, and we're going to go to knees to straight leg, lift and lower. So we'll start out flat on your back, legs straight out in front of you, knees to your chest, straighten and lower. Knees, straighten your legs to the ceiling and lower all the way down. You want your arms out to the side on the mat, palms facing down. Really focus on those lower abs. That's what you're working right now, is those lower abs. Keep your toes pointed. Try to keep your legs glued together. You'll get a lot more out of this exercise if your body is nice and tight and you're really focusing on keeping those legs together, straight, bent, and all the way up again. You're doing great. We're almost done here, just a few more, and we're going to go into a reverse crunch. So pull your knees to your chest and then go ahead and straighten your legs out. So your knees come up to your shoulders and then touch down with your toes. So your knees are bent the whole time. Really squeeze. Now you can also squeeze the upper body, as I've started to do here, at the same time. So when you pull your legs in, you kind of reach your toes to the ceiling and you bring your upper body to your knees at the same time. Don't pull on your neck. You're just using your abs to crunch together from your upper body and to your legs. Again, make sure that you keep your toes nice and pointed and that you have control of your legs during this exercise. Almost there. The next exercise is a modified V-up with pulsing arms. So sit up, knees bent, toes just barely off the floor. Those arms are straight out to the side, and you're going to pulse down. Now, a regular V-up is where your legs are straight up in the air. So if you are more advanced and can have your legs straight up in the air in a V format, then go ahead and do that. Eventually you should be able to get to that point. If you need to, though, I have a modification here, is what I'm showing. Go ahead and keep your knees bent, and again your toes off the floor. You're kind of balancing on your booty. Keep your core super tight, your arms nice and straight and close to your body. Make sure you're breathing. Almost there. The next exercise is going to be straight leg scissors. So we're going to lay all the way on our back, legs straight out, off the floor, and you're crossing right over left and left over right. You want this, the lower your legs are to the floor without touching the floor, the harder it is. The higher your legs are up off the floor, the easier it is. So that is the modification. Keep your legs super, super tight, and you want to keep those thighs really clenched together as you're doing this exercise. Nice long legs, toes are pointed. Also make sure that that lower back is glued to the floor and you're not arching your back. You definitely want to be pressing that belly button into the floor. Just a few more, and we're going to go into the alternating knee to chest, which is very similar to a bicycle. So I'll start out showing you the bicycle, and then I'll show you the Pilates version. So your shoulders and head are off the floor, and you're alternating your knees towards your elbows. Now here's the Pilates version. The Pilates version is where you hold on to that bent knee as you really lengthen and straighten that other leg. I'm kind of alternating back and forth between a bicycle and a Pilates alternating knee to chest. You can do it at whatever works for you. Whichever version you choose to do, make sure that you're in control of your form and that you're really concentrating on those abs. This segment is all about abs, and it really does make a difference if you are concentrating on the right muscle group. Just a few more, and we're going to go into the alternating straight leg switch. So we're also still on our back, legs are straight out in front, one leg at a time in the air, straight legs, pointed toes, and you're really holding on to that leg when it comes up close to you. Try to keep those legs as straight as possible. Now we're doing in twos. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of tapping that straight leg down. And then we'll go back to the singles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Couple more. Now we'll go back to twos. Stay here and switch. And switch. And switch. Again, really focus on those lower abs. Almost there. We're going to go back into the knees straighten and lower exercise. So on your back, lower all the way down. Bend your knees, toes to the ceiling, and lower down. Really take your time doing this. Your arms, again, are right next to you on the mat with your palms facing down. Your upper body is completely flat on the mat, and you're just working those legs. Keep your thighs and heels glued together. Keep your toes really nice and pointed. Take your legs down as close to the floor as you can without touching before you bring those knees to your chest. Just a few more, and then we're going to go into the reverse crunch. So lay out flat. So you bring your knees in and touch your toes to the floor. Make sure you lift that booty off the ground. If you want to add another element and make it a little bit more challenging, when you bring your knees in, go ahead and lift your shoulders and your head off the floor and squeeze together. You're really kind of lifting your booty off the ground when you bring your legs into your chest. And you're pushing your toes up towards the ceiling. Again, really concentrate on those abs. Make sure you're breathing. The next exercise is the modified V-up with pulsing arms. So you're kind of balancing on your booty. You want your toes pointed and preferably off the floor. Your arms are glued close to your sides, palms facing down, and you're just pulsing downward with your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure that you're breathing and that you're really keeping that core tight and really keeping your balance. If you need to, you can touch your toes on the ground as long as your core is engaged. Now, of course, for the higher modification, if you need more challenge, you can always straighten your legs straight up in the air, like a V, toes pointed, legs straight to close together, tight together. And you can do this exercise with your legs straight up in the air. And if you can balance that way and do the exercise with good form, then I would recommend doing that. The next exercise is the straight leg scissors. So lay straight on your back, legs are out, and again, you have your legs very straight, toes are pointed, thighs glued together, and you're just going right over left, left over right with your legs. If you want more challenge, you can raise your shoulders off the mat a little bit and your head. If you need the basic move, you can leave your shoulders and head on the floor. The lower your legs are to the floor, the harder it is. The higher off the floor your legs are, the easier it is. So go at your own pace. You're doing great. We're almost there with this one. And the next exercise is the alternating knee to chest with the bicycle. So we'll start out with the bicycle, alternating knees to chest, shoulders slightly off the mat, head cradled in your hands, and you're bringing those knees opposite elbow to opposite knee. Now this is the bicycle. Here's the Pilates version again. Really concentrate on your lower abs. Make sure when you're doing the Pilates version and slowing it down that you're really stretching that straight leg out and really focusing on the movement itself and not just the pace. So I'm alternating back and forth. And here's the bicycle. When you do the bicycle, again, make sure that your legs are lower to the ground and that you're really pulling those elbows to the knees. And now here you're pulling the knees up towards your head in the Pilates version. All right, here we've got the last exercise, which is the alternating straight leg switch. So laying on your back, your legs are straight, toes are pointed. We have a few more singles here, and then we're going to slow it down. So right here, 1 and 2 and. Make sure you're really focusing on both legs being straight and the toes being pointed. Now we're going to go back to singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slow it down again here. 1 and 2. Almost done. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now go ahead and lay out flat, and we're going to do just a little stretcher at the end. Go ahead and come up on all fours. We're going to do cat and cow stretch. So right here, really arch your back and push your belly button to the floor, and now round it to the ceiling. One more time of arching and round to the ceiling. Thank you so much, and see you next time.